have in Africa generally. We stereotype entertainment to be for players, people that are playing, or
Mediocres.
mediocres. But entertainment is a huge industry, huge, humongous industry. There are people that have been trying to sing and performing for 20, 30, 40 years before they get a breakthrough. Now, in Nigeria, you find that a lot of the creativity we have in Africa, especially in Nigeria, is buried in banks, in oil sectors, because we have not made entertainment pay. So most people that are creative, that are intelligent, don't want to partake in it because they see the level of most singers. They are mostly beggars, begging with their songs, asking you to spray them and give them money. So a lot of very intelligent, creative people will disassociate, disassociate themselves from entertainment. And they have the gift, they have the creativity. But because I have a purpose and a vision, so now I'm using everything I have to achieve it. Tourism, security, entertainment. Entertainment is the fastest way of solving any economic problem in any country because it has no entry level. You can see a dishwasher, a car wash boy today that has a good voice become a multi-billionaire tomorrow.
True that.
Singing. There's no entry level. It doesn't really have to go to a university first. It doesn't have to. So that is where we need to work on. We've got to begin by, and the advantage we have in Africa is that an average African, if you beat any beat at all, be it European beat, be it Japanese beat, they will dance to it from age 3, 4, 5. It's in us. We are natural entertainers. We're gifted to dance. We're gifted to sing. We have a large repertoire of singers, performers that are born with it naturally. So all we've got to do is to polish that and showcase that to the entire world. Use that to mop up unemployment. So entertainment industry in Nigeria really have not started. If you look at people like King Sunny Ade is a genius.
Oh, yes.
But we've not been able to turn him into a megastar. Ebenezer Obey is a genius. People like Shina Peters, those are musical geniuses. But there's no structure. There's no structure to support them, to transform them to that level that people that are not half as talented as they are, the level they are internationally. Because people that are not talented with the structure they have, with the support they have, they move a lot faster and further than an average African performer.
Okay. Know and understand the fact that the entertainment industry is quite huge. What and what would you say are the challenges battling the entertainment industry in Nigeria?
Lack of infrastructure, uh, no examples that upcoming talents can follow. What I mean by that,
Mentorship.
mentorship, they can't find good examples of a progress except like a King Sunny Ade. But if you look at a King Sunny Ade structure, he did it all by himself. If you look at a Fela Anikulapo's culture, he did it all by himself. If you look at an Ebenezer Obey structure, he did it all by himself. So there is really not too many creative people are gifted to a point where they can manage themselves. Like Lagbaja, for example, with his master's degree, he's able to manage himself and get himself to the level he's at today. So it's a bit difficult for an upcoming talent. It's just beginning to change now gradually. We're beginning to see examples of folks like Tiwa Savage being mentored by
Don't you understand?
Don Jazzy. You're beginning to see people like what's the name of this Whiskey and the rest of them mentoring people. Even I understand Olamide is now mentoring people.
True.
So the structure is just beginning
to build up.
And until you have a lot more of that, then you can't really have an entertainment industry.
All right. In all of this, where do you come in?
Well,
Fit into the picture.
what we've done with Atunda Entertainment is the major problem that most talents have is, like I said earlier, the challenge of infrastructure is to provide a platform for them, provide equipment for them, give them an allowance every month so that they wake up every day and rehearse on a daily basis,
Wow.
8 to 10 hours. And because they earn a salary on a monthly basis, they don't have to go and look for a job. So that rehearsal that they do on a daily basis will transform into perfection on her. We just came back from Turkey. We mixed the African music with Turkish music.
Wow.
Now, because of challenges and all the different setups that we had to do, we have the entire hall standing out, waiting to come in. We had only 30 minutes to rehearse. 30 minutes. And in 30 minutes, the Atunda team, they were able to marry
Turkish
African music with Turkish music.
Wow.
To a point they got almost a 15 to 20 minute standing ovation.
Wow.
Now, Turkish people are usually very reserved because they are Muslims and they usually don't display their emotions. But they couldn't contain themselves. They got up and they were whistling, clapping for over 15 minutes. And that has come from years of practice from them. Practice on a regular basis. Within 30 minutes, we were able to marry the two cultures musically. So that is what it's like. Once that infrastructure is laid, and then stars are coming out of there now. We have Olu, the only female bata player of international repute. You have Anu, the lady Ekwe. You have Ara, which is thunder on the talking drum. You have Adigun, Olonwiyo. And these are folks, kids that can hold their own anywhere in the world today.
Wow.
From rehearsals. So that is what we have got to do as a people. We have 774 local governments in Nigeria. If we set up an entertainment platform like that, we will mop up a minimum of about 40 to 50%. Because when you talk about unemployment in Nigeria, you're constantly talking about graduates. That there are 4 million university graduates every year, no jobs for them. How about the non-graduates? How about those that didn't go to school at all? There are a whole lot more than the graduates you are referring to. You constantly, that is what we talk about every time. Oh, 4 million graduates have passed out. We only have 500,000 jobs in the public sector. We have 250 jobs in the private sector. We have 500,000 jobs in NGOs. How about the non-graduates? How about those that didn't go to school at all? They are all buried in the 774 local governments. And then most of them are highly talented. All we need to do is create a platform for them that they can grow and then add their own value, entertainment value, not only to their country, but to the world. Because the whole world now is looking for Africa. Because Africa is the last horizon. They're looking for Africa. So Africa is got to be ready to showcase herself to the world. And you must not present Africa in a mediocre level. You have got to polish Africa. Because due to colonization, I don't know, that's what they call it, we've left our culture behind.
Okay.
So it's still in its raw form. It's still very raw. It has to now be polished and then be placed on the wall table.
All right. When we talk about entertainment, a lot of people just assume it's either you're acting or you're singing. The other aspects, is it like they are underdeveloped or nothing is just, no, nobody's yet to explore?
Well, when you have an industry that have not started at all, an industry that have not started, because even the singing, the music industry is just evolving gradually. You see Nigerians a lot more talented than an American talent. They will pay them to do collabo with them.
Yeah.
I mean, and they are a lot more talented than those, basically because those ones marketed themselves properly. They presented themselves to the entire world. Now, an average talent is not gifted to do that. We, as a structure, has to be created to do that. So, when trees fall on trees, you take the topmost first.
Okay.
It's understandable that, yes, the easiest thing to get into, singing, acting, dancing. There's so many other aspects of entertainment. They call it show business. There are two parts to it. There's the show aspect and there's the business aspect. But there's no one handling the business aspect of show business. So it's just show. No business to follow it. So you need business people to be involved in the business of show business, for show business to be established.
I like the way you coined that out. Well, because of our time now, I'm sure we could go on and we will get bored. If you're to advise the young and upcoming, the youths of today, what would your advice be?
In what area? Because it's so vast.
We talked about entertainment, we talked about security, we talked about developing
I
their
think
talents.
what they must do first is identify who they are. You must go within to yourself, discover who you are first, and then take advantage of your advantage.
Well, the show's been Perspectives on your number one television, OSRC, the nation's star station. Well, for the past few minutes, you've been hanging out with the president of La Campaign Tropicana Beach Resort, Ikegun Village, Lagos, Nigeria, Lekki, Lagos, Nigeria. In person of no other person but Ambassador Dr. Lawanle Raphael Akinboboye. And he said it all. For you to be successful in life as a young person, you need to discover who you are and you take advantage of your advantage. I've taken advantage of mine and I'm still taking advantage. It begins with you. Well, until next week when we'll bring you another interesting topic and personality, I remain Fola Akinla.